which is let's see. The topic we have for today is phrases. What do I call it?
Phrases.
Phrases, yes, phrases. So, talking about phrase, these are a small group of words stand together as a conceptual unit, typically forming a component of a clause. Typically forming component of the clause. So that's a phrase. I'm going to put it up for you now so that you can get what it is. Ezekiel, you are being distracted there. So, talking about phrases. A phrase is a small group of words. They are a small group of words standing together as a conceptual unit, typically forming a component of a clause. And phrases cannot stand alone. Talking about features of a phrase. A phrase cannot stand alone. It specifies that only a group of words can constitute a phrase. Did you just put it on speaker there?
Okay.
So it constitutes phrase, implying that it cannot stand alone. Then the phrase is different from clause in that clause requires verb, but phrase does not require verb. So today we'll be looking at different kinds of phrase, different kind of phrase. So they are a small group of words stands together. It's a conceptual meaning. In English grammar, a phrase is a group of words. Two or more words functioning as a meaningful unit within a sentence or a clause. Yeah. A phrase is commonly characterized as a grammatical unit. As I said, it's a level between a word and a clause. And it's made up of a head word, which determines the grammatical nature of the unit. One or more. It also includes one or more optional modifiers. And so we're going to look at common types. So the common types include noun phrases, verb phrases, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, prepositional phrases. So we're going to look at a few types today. So common type of phrases. So I think I'm going to mute one of you. The thing is echoing back here. Probably, maybe you put it on speaker or something like that. Try to use your headphone if you have one, or you remove it from speaker.
Sir?
Yes, somebody put it on speaker before, but I think it's getting clearer now. So you have to remove it from speaker. Okay, so common type of phrase. Okay, good noun phrase. Such as, when you have something like a good friend. That's a noun phrase. A good friend. Or a phrase like drives carefully. Drives carefully. That's a verb phrase then. Or a phrase like very cold and dark. Very cold and dark. So those are that's a adjectival phrase. Or you say quite slowly. That's adverbial phrase. Quite slowly. or you say in first place. In first place is a prepositional phrase. So now let's take a look at them one by one to be able to see how we can identify the phrases when we see them in sentences or in clauses. So the type of phrases, the first type we look at is noun phrase. Noun phrase. So the types of phrases here, we have noun phrase. A noun phrase is any noun or pronoun along with its modifier. Examples include school children, the school children, yesterday's newspaper, an old and rusted sling. So these are examples of phrases, noun phrase. Because you see noun or you see pronoun with its modifier that introduces the phrase there. So I'm hearing background noise from Ezekiel. Somebody is making noise over there. So the next type of phrase we'll look at. Oh, let me ask, Said, can you hear me? Yes. In the first sentence, the school children. Is there any noun in that sentence?
Yeah.
So what's the noun there? School. Then which other noun? Children. So we have the noun school and the noun children, and the identifier or the modifier is the D. So the school children. Yesterday's newspaper. Yeah, yesterday is a noun, and newspaper is also a noun. But yesterday now becoming modified to the newspaper there. And old and rusted sling. So the next type we're to look at is verb phrase, verbal phrase or verb phrase. See. Verb phrase. So for verb phrase, I have this. The verb phrase is any number of verbs working together. Any number of verbs working together.
Yes.
So what's the verb phrase? What's the verb phrase?
Verb phrase is any number of verbs working together.
Somebody is disturbing you there. Yeah. Any number of verbs working together. For example, had been sleeping. Had been sleeping. Had is a verb, been is a verb, sleeping is a verb. So had been sleeping is a verb phrase there. Another example is will contact. If I say I will contact you, so will contact. These are verbs. Then may have written. It's another example. So it's to note that verb phrases often contain adverbs that change the meaning of the phrase. Like this example, has never lost. Has never lost. Instead of has lost, but the adverb never has changed the meaning. May not trespass. If I remove the not, it becomes may trespass. So may not trespass. It's a group of verbs, but can join with adverbs to change the meaning. I'm always looking. The verb phrase will be I'm looking, but when you have an adverb, so I'm always looking. As the last example shows, verb phrases may include verbals. Looking is a present participle, but the verbal itself is not the verb. So take note of that. So we're going to look at more examples or more type of phrases. I want to look at one which is a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase. So you'll discover that in a noun phrase we have noun affirming the main character. Then in a verb phrase we have group of verbs together. And definitely in prepositional phrase we must have preposition as the main. Prepositional phrase is a prepositional phrase always starts with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun. It always starts with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun, and it's modified. That is called the object of the preposition. Now let's look at it. Through the wheat field is an example. Through the wheat field. So if you have through the wheat field as the statement, so the introducer of that prepositional phrase is the word through, which is a preposition through. Then the object of the preposition is the other part, which is the wheat field. So that is what we said there. It must start with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun, which is the object of the preposition. So, Saeed, can you hear me? Saeed, can you hear me? I think he's there again. He needs to join again. Ezekiel, you're hearing me, right? Ezekiel,
yes,
okay, very good. So in that first sentence here, which is through the wheat field.
I cannot really hear you.
Yes, are you hearing now?
I cannot really hear you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
It's as if you are being distracted by somebody around you. That's why you're not concentrating. So I want you to position the phone to show your face right now. Not to show the room, but the face. Yes. So can you hear me now? Or probably I will remove you, then you join again if you are having a
yes,
you're not showing your face. Are you hearing me now? Show your face. So are you with me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Look at this statement, through the wheat field. Read the statement, let me hear.
Huh?
Read this statement, through the wheat field. Through the wheat field, yeah. So what is the preposition there?
True.
True. And what is the object of the preposition there?
Wheat.
No, the wheat field. Okay. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
The wheat field. So here are some more examples of prepositional phrases. Here is one, during the year. During the year. So what is the preposition in this sentence? Or in this case, this phrase? What's the preposition? Yes. What's the preposition is here in this? Okay, read it, let me hear. During the year.
During the year.
So what is the preposition there?
Sir?
What is the preposition there?
Sir?
What is the preposition there? During is the preposition. Okay? Is that taken? Then the next sentence is despite complaints. The next statement. So despite complaints, and that's a phrase. So the preposition there is despite, while the object there is complaint. Saeed, you are welcome back. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so the next sentence there is in the summer. So Saeed, in this sentence, in the summer, what is the preposition there? In the summer. So what is the preposition in that statement? In the summer, what's the preposition there? Yes, what's the preposition there? Side. In. The word in is the preposition. So we're trying to say prepositional phrases are being introduced by a preposition. Can you repeat that? Prepositional phrases are being introduced by preposition. So, and we said they always start with preposition and they always end with they start with preposition and end with a noun or a pronoun. And this noun or a pronoun that they end with their modifiers are called object of the preposition. Okay, so we have looked at 3 types of phrases. What's the first type?
Noun phrase.
Noun phrase. So Ezekiel, you purposely did not answer your question. You're on your own. Then, yes. Then number 2, what's the second one, please? Verb phrase. And what is the third one?
Prepositional phrase.
Prepositional phrase. So, Ezekiel, can you give me 5 prepositions?
We have during. We have in. We have
I want you to give me prepositions that are not in this note. Yes. Give me 2. Give me 2 prepositions that are not in this note.
Okay, we have place. We have.
What do you mean place?
Above.
Above, yes, that's correct. So I just want to be sure that your mind is what you're doing. So put down the note. I'll some movie. The next one we're looking at is verbal phrases. Verbal phrases. There are 3 types of verbal phrases. So can I clear the board now? Can I clear the notes now? Can I clear it? Okay. All right. So I want to look at verbal phrases. So let me erase all these things. Verbal phrases. That's what I want to look at. So let's see. Yeah. So what are we looking at right now? Yes.
Sir?
What are we looking at right now, Saeed and Ezekiel?
Verbal phrase.
Verbal phrases. So there are three types of verbal phrases. There are three types of verbal phrases. Somebody is tampering with the audio over there. So participial phrases, gerund phrases, and infinitive phrases. So each is explained below. Participial phrase start with either a present or past participle or past participle. So these are phrases with present participles. Longing by the pool. That shows a continuous sentence. Chasing a butterfly. Then phrases with past participle. Watching silently. That's the next one. So let's see. We have longing by the pool, chasing butterfly, watching silently. Then phrases with past participle. Struck by lightning, driven to succeed, loaned out. Now, when we talk about gerund phrase, it's a present participle and its modifier that act like a noun. It can take on a variety of jobs in the sentence. Here are some examples. Practicing helped a lot. I love reading. Infinitive phrase includes these. To sing. Infinitive phrase is, something that has not been done or that is unending. Yes. To sing, to walk all that way, to mix peanut butter and jam, to mix peanut butter and jam. Then the infinitive phrase can also function in various ways. Like this. To give to charity is a noble thing. So, having the subject matter there. And the neighbors have promised to stop playing the drums at night. Then this is acting as the object. So infinitive phrases can act as subject, and it can also act as object.
I cannot hear it clearly.
It's like either your network or one of you are tampering with the audio. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You can see when you do it properly, when you position your audio properly, you can hear me. But if you tamper with it, it's going to be echoing back. So what have we been looking at today? What's the topic, Ezekiel?
Phrase.
So what is a phrase?
A phrase, a small word that.
Small what?
A phrase, a small grounded word that.
Small group of words.
A small group of words that
standing together as a
unit.
conceptual unit. Standing together as a conceptual unit, forming a component of a clause. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I'm still going to give you the video so that you can get the full notice. I say maybe it's the handwriting, so you need to improve on your handwriting because you wrote it yourself. You should be able to read it. Okay, Saeed, are you there now? Okay. What are the types of phrases we have been looking at? Yes, give me the types of phrases we have been looking at. Noun phrase, yes. Noun phrase.
Verb phrase.
Next.
Positional phrase.
Then the next one. And verbal phrase. So verbal phrase. We said that was divided into 3 groups. What are the 3 groups, Ezekiel?
Participle phrases.
And infinitive phrase. Okay, let me give you assignment. Let me give you assignment to go and look for the meaning of these other 2 types of phrases. These other 2 types of phrases. One is appositive phrase, and the other is absolute phrase. Appositive phrase and absolute phrase. So I'm going to remove the note now so I can put the assignment, or let me rule out the spaces by the assignment. The assignment is going to be here. So here you have the assignment. So you have to find the meaning of these 2 types of phrases. First one is positive phrase, while the second one is absolute phrase. So is that clear to the 2 of you?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much for today's class. Yesterday's video, I couldn't send it to the network, but let's see what happened today. We should be able to send it together. So tomorrow, we'll meet for our class. Thank you. Stop here now. So do have a